Hi, my name is Jordan Howard. I'm here at Wilkinsburg High School. Today I want to raise a question to you. PSSAs or learning for a lifetime? Here at Wilkinsburg High School, we have lost many advanced placement and honors courses, extracurricular activities, and elective classes, all for preparation for PSSA testing.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Well, the PSSAs are starting soon, and I really don't have time for this. I have a lot of other things I should be doing.
Me too.
For me, it's not the fact that the PSA takes a lot of time, but it's just how our school just like shoves it down our throats all year. And I feel like as a senior, I can be preparing for, SATs and ACTs, and the school hasn't offered any of that to us at all. I mean, they give us fee waivers, that's the only thing they do. And then sometimes they advertise for classes that universities might be doing around the time, but I feel the school should be doing more. And then, and not for the seniors though, but also throughout the years, like how they train us for the PSSAs, it should also be SAT, prep on the side too.
I agree. I was just like, PSSAs for the 9th grade, we're really basing, like there are some kids that want to do art or want to do something else, and they're putting us all for PSSA. They're taking out our math or our reading classes to put us in a homeroom class that they may teach geometry, maybe even another class to make us do another reading class when we were supposed to already be in a reading class with the teacher who went to school to teach reading. And it's just like, why take that time out to make another teacher teach that subject if that's not what they teach, and take it away from the teacher that does teach it?
You know what's really interesting? The fact that we already learned all this stuff they're doing in PSSAs at an earlier grade level or why do we have to do it over? That's what I don't get. This is a stupid part. I understand, you gotta make sure we remember all this stuff, but I think we would. It's not that hard. It was simple math. I mean, who can't do simple math?
But then, to be honest with you, I forget that stuff over time because I do pre-calculus. Like, who's gonna remember geometry and algebra 1? Like when you're stuck learning functions for pre-calculus or trigonometry.
But the time we take doing studying for PSSAs and taking a whole semester of classes, we could be doing an extra elective that that could actually bring up our credits if we need extra credits. It's just so much time consuming, so much time wasted when we could be doing way more important things. I just don't like it.
I mean, it is important in a sense, but it's just how the school goes about it, just cutting our classes to try to squeeze this in for us to learn it. Like, no, there should be, if you do want it, then there should be a class for it, not trying to cut other classes so you can save time or save money for not paying more teachers so they can actually teach this subject to us.
They're actually taking out real good classes, like our African American history class is out. What else is out? Like woodshop, Spanish.
I was actually supposed to have statistics this year too, so that's not even an object. Yeah.
There's no more AP classes.
There's no honor classes at all
It's
this
like
year.
there are kids that are in honors and should still be in honors, but they're being forced to be in a class of people who are at the average learning instead of like helping they're like the honors are ahead of the average, and sometimes in class because the honors feel that they're over the average, they can say stuff like, oh, you're not going to do this right, you're not doing that right, and they try to take over, and they try to say like, I put in more effort because I'm an honor, but I'm in average classes. Honors should be back in here so that the students who are honors should be split up from the averages, because the average, they feel like they can't do it because the honors are showing their abilities and they don't believe in themselves. With the
Not
averages.
everybody learns the same way.
Yeah, but also honors might not take it as serious, because I know some of my classes I'm just like, oh, this is easy, like whatever, and I can just get my work whenever.
But you see other people struggling, like, oh, I don't know how to do this.
Like some projects I feel like shouldn't take as long as they should, but it's like you're in an average class, so you kind of do have to extend that date because not everybody can get it done at the same time you think it should be done at.
Yeah, you're right.
But while we're still on the topic of accelerated learning, our school doesn't even have that, do they? No. Man, that's messed up. I've been trying to get a class like that, and they basically, I've done so many other subjects that why'd I have to go all the way back to simple math and simple reading? I've done this already.
Yeah.
I know you might say I forget it, but I should be in an accelerated learn. So no accelerated learning, and they put me all the way back to do PSSAs. That's not my stuff. It's not my stuff. I'd rather get what I need to be done. While I'm wasting time studying for PSSAs, I could be doing personal development. I know nothing about social graces. I don't know how to eat at a dinner table. I don't know how to treat a lady at a special. I don't know that stuff. Why did they get rid of that? I think that was a way more important class than the PSSA class will ever be.
Right. In terms of the PSSA, traditionally, and we addressed this earlier, that we were changing the way we deliver instruction. Traditionally, what we've done is we've actually just simply gone off of what the state refers to as the anchors or the eligible content. And actually, the anchors and the eligible contents are embedded within the standards. So if we're teaching the standards, you're already teaching the eligible content and also the anchors. If you're doing that and doing it well, we don't have to worry about test prep. So as we raise the level and raise the standards, and by teaching the standards, you will ultimately do that. Now, what we've done for that is rather than focusing on so much of just teaching, for lack of a better expression, to the test, what we're doing now is we're teaching the standards, which means at the beginning of the year, every teacher will deliver and have available to every parent and to every student what we refer to as a course syllabi. Embedded within that course syllabi will be all of the content necessary to address everything on the PSSA. So we will no longer teach that in isolation because it will be embedded in the curriculum. So the answer to that question is, again, to teach a rigorous curriculum that we've already written. If we teach the curriculum, if we maintain that, it's going to turn out just fine. It's done in isolation. Now, I don't disagree to some degree when students say, if that's all the student sees, it's in front of them, it's just a test prep material, I would be angry too. But that's not the way it's supposed to be delivered. So what we're doing is changing the way we deliver that in response to what they're saying. Because everything they're saying, again, we're not saying that it's not true. It's how do we apply that. Now, that's one thing. The other thing is, again, we need to take whatever we teach and make it relevant to the population. First rule of public speaking, know your audience. First rule of teaching is know your students and know what interests them. I was a teacher before, so I never made my lessons boring. That's not what I do. And so if it's interesting, there are classes in this school, and I use this as an example always. It's a very good example. In the morning at 7 o'clock, when I arrive at work, from time to time, at 5 minutes to 7, I can see students running down Wallace Avenue, running to a bus that's going to Votech. The reason they run to that bus because there's a student right here taking culinary arts. We don't offer here. We have a home ec room. They do an excellent job with programming at the Votech school. Not everybody has to go to Votech school. My argument is what they're doing at Votech, we need to replicate and do what's in school. School needs to be fun. It needs to be engaging. Students need to be engaged. We need to deliver something that's relevant to the population that's in front of us. In order to do that, you must understand the population that's in front of you.